You know, a lot of people think I hate Tom Holland's Spider-Man just because Tobey's my favorite, and you know what? That couldn't be further from the truth. I love almost every version of Spider-Man, and Tom Holland is no exception. I fucking love this dude. I love all the Spider-Men. So let's clear the air right now. Yes, I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But it is fun to make fun of him sometimes. Get the hell out of here! As you all know, Sh Figuarts made action figures of Tobey Maguire and Garfield. When you hear somebody talk about an Sh Figuarts Spider-Man, these are probably the ones they're talking about. And you really can't blame them. You gotta remember, these are not only some of the first figures of these characters in years, but they're also the first Sh Figuarts version of these Spider-Men. However, many people forget that these figures are part of a set. Yup, they made a new Tom Holland Figuarts. And this figure is from, say it with me now, Spider-Man No Way Home. Woo! I'm gonna get fucking sick of saying that soon. Yes, the Tom Holland figure, the Spider-Man integrated suit. You know, many people talk about the Tobey, the Andrew. Not many people talk about this guy, which is crazy considering he's the main character. But is that for a good reason? Like, does this figure kind of suck? Does no one care? Well, we're gonna find out right now. But do you guys know where I got this figure? I got this figure at www.dstartoys.com. That's right, fellow YouTuber Dexter Arafilis was actually gracious enough to send me this figure. And I was so excited when he reached out to me because I actually buy from his website all the time. This is where I buy my joint loosener, my matte spray, and really the prices can't be beat. I mean, dude, check it out. That is straight up the retail price. So do yourselves a favor and shop at dstartoys.com and also check out his YouTube channel and be sure to use code CRIMINAL at checkout. Like the previous two Spider-Men, the box on this figure is made to look like his actual integrated suit. So you've got the red, you've got the gold symbol, and the gray. Yeah, not blue, Marvel Legends, you idiot.
We spared no expense for this Pulse 3-pack.
And as you can see, this figure is being branded as the Final Battle Edition, and that's because they already made an integrated suit. In fact, Sir Holland has had his fair share of Figuarts, dating all the way back to 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. But if I'm being completely honest here, I didn't pick up a single one. In fact, I almost didn't get this figure. And the reason why is because I just don't like any of the Sh Figuarts Tom Holland figures. For one thing, they're all really tiny. Like, even Figuarts standards, these are some small ass figures. And to me, they just look really bad. I think the Iron Spider actually doesn't look too bad, but then you look at their previous Iron Spider and I only got this figure so that he can go with my Tobey and Andrew, and also because D-Star Toys is awesome. So I really wasn't expecting anything from this figure, so let's see if he's worth the upgrade. So first things first, they actually fixed the proportions. He actually looks like a person now rather than an alien. And they actually made this figure taller, so that's positive number one. And positive number two is the sculpt and paint is actually really good. The subtle texturing on the dark gray, all the gold and red accents are painted perfectly, and even all the panel lining on the figure looks good. The spiderwebs are painted a gray color, which does a good job in not making them too distracting. And my favorite part of the figure is, ironically, the thing I hate on the real suit, the gold spider logo. It's painted such a nice, vibrant gold, and the black outline is just, chef's kiss. I just like it a lot, man, I don't know. Since this is the Final Battle Edition, there's some unpainted scratch marks on the front, so, you know, there's your battle damage, I guess. But now we gotta look at the head. I think the actual head shape is very accurate to the movie. The eyes, I think they look good, but they look a bit squinty, don't they? And these are the open eyes. I'm not against having a mean-looking Spider-Man, but, you know, this is Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
I love Spotted Dick.
I think his eyes were a bit more lively than this. But even with that being said, this figure is good. Really good. Oh my god. It's actually kind of I kind of love this figure, guys. He actually looks really good, bro. What? Badass, even. They even have the shit on the bottom of his feet. I didn't even know the integrated suit had this. And it only gets better from here. He comes with the most accessories out of all 3 Spider-Men. You get the wall-crawling hands, you get the web-grabbing hands, the pointing hands, the mask-grabbing hands, and of course... And then you get these extra open hands, which are made to hold the Doctor Strange box. The spell box is painted really nice, and these hands hold onto it great. And unlike the last figure we looked at, he actually comes with fists. Yup, he has the fists. They did not forget him this time. They're here, and they're beautiful. I also love the sculpting detail on the gloves. Very accurate to the movie, you know, unlike this piece of crap. And no gauntlets either. Hey, look at that. Now, the Toby figure came with 2 unmasked heads, and Andrew came with none. So does this Tom figure have an extra head? Yes, he does. 2, in fact. But the problem is, it kind of sucks. So this is the same Tom Holland head they've been using for the past year now. It really didn't look great then, doesn't look great now. It looks like his eyes are trying to escape from his face. And what is this expression he has on? It looks like he wants to die. I guess I can relate to his pain.
It's like my
But to be fair, it does look like Tom Holland if you squint really hard and you look at him from 3 feet away. But then you get an extra head where it's literally the same thing, but this time you got blood painted on. And I say blood in quotation marks because this looks less like blood and more like someone ripped ass all over the figure. But even still, it's great we got the unmasked heads. You have them pose with the mask accessory or with the other Spider-Men. Well, one of them at least. And I almost forget that these heads are kind of doo-doo. So that's all the normal accessories out of the way. So now we gotta talk about all the features this guy has. First things first, he comes with a second pair of eyes. Yes, this figure has removable eyes. What kind of eyes? Squinting eyes. I figured I'd tell you this because I can't tell the fucking difference. The problem is, the regular eyes already look squinted. So when you put it next to the actual squinting eyes, which one is the squinting eyes again? Can you even tell the difference? The squinting eyes on the left, the regular eyes on the right. I bet if I didn't tell you that, you wouldn't even notice. So, cool feature, just kind of redundant. Actually, because of this feature, the head comes off this little slot, and you get this tool to help you poke them out, which is a pain in the ass to do, by the way, so really it's not worth it in the end. But this tool can also help you take out this back piece. Wow, this is a pain in the ass. Got it. And now you gotta put in this little guy. So once you plug this in the back, you can plug in a stand without the clip. This wasn't a feature on the other Spider-Man, I assume because it would break up the costume too much. So having it here is pretty cool. Too bad there's no stand included though, so it's like, you know, all these accessories are great. And paired with this figure's articulation, you can get some wicked poses out of him. And speaking of the articulation, it's really, really good. I think this is the most posable Tom Holland figure we've ever gotten. Yes, even more than the Mafex figures. To start off, the heads are on that double ball peg feature you're all familiar with. You can get his arms all the way out and all the way forward. Bicep swivel, elbow joints, wrist joints. The crunch, guys. The crunch is crazy. The legs are on this system you're all familiar with, so that means you get the articulated cheeks. But this leads us to our first problem with this figure, not the cheeks. In fact, I think Tom could use some cheeks. Sometimes when you try to move the leg up and you crunch the figure forward, the torso just pops out. Tom's cheeks are so massive, they rub up against the torso, and then there you go. I mean, you can plug it back on, you know, it's no big deal, but it's worth mentioning. You get the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ankle movement, and the toe joint. And I wasn't lying when I said this is one of the most posable Spider-Man figures I have. Getting back to the pointing hands, we finally have all 3 Spider-Men pointing each other as advertised, and it's magnificent. It does suck Andrew has no unmasked head. There you go. Now it's complete. And like I was saying before, they actually made this figure taller than all the other Tom Spider-Mans. So let's see how he stacks up with the Marvel Legends integrated suit. I don't have him anymore. He's like, I don't want that shit. Here he is next to the Mafex Doctor Strange, the lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man, the Mafex No Way Home upgraded suit. Figuarts Spidey is barely taller. The first Marvel Legends Tom Holland, the Civil War 3-pack one. They re-released this, by the way, so while other companies are taking steps forward, Hasbro's taking steps back. Anyway, the Marvel Legends Mysterio and the SH Figuarts Venom. Here he is with the Legends Peter Parker.
His name is Penis Parker.
The Marvel Legends Green Goblin, and spoiler alert for the review, yeah, he's really tall. I just wish there was an SH Figuarts Green. There we go. Now these guys scale perfectly. The Figma Aqua, who I completely forgot in the last review, so there you go. And the trifecta is now complete. This is the first time they're properly scaled with each other. It gets me so mad when companies make Tom really, really short, but thankfully Figuarts has fixed this. And then here he is next to fucking Goji -1. Let's go, boys! And with that, the trifecta is complete. All 3 SH Figuarts Spider-Mans, they're good. They're damn good. I was most surprised with Tom. I, along with many other people, thought he wasn't even worth getting. Especially since I don't like the integrated suit, like the actual costume this figure's based off. I don't fucking like it. The only reason they made this suit was just so that they could sell more toys. Hey! I don't like the integrated suit, but this figure's so awesome, I don't even mind that it's based off of it. It's just that good. The poseability, the accessories, they put just as much care into this figure they did with Toby. And to tell you guys the truth, I think I like this figure more than the Andrew Garfield. But the best out of the 3? I mean, come on, you already know what my answer is. I'm dead serious, this figure is just that good, and this whole set is just outstanding. Figuarts killed it, but you know, it's what they do. But dude, I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it's really worth getting all 3, especially since they all come with the, you know, the fucking bang bang hands. And again, major thanks to D-Star Toys. How'd you like the little ad at the beginning, by the way? I'm practicing for when I eventually get sponsored by Manscaped. It's gonna happen, guys. One day. But really, Dex, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure my fans do too. Hey man, I'm happy. Thank you all for joining me on this this little adventure. Now we gotta get back to review some shit. Now believe it or not,
This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
I missed the part where that's my problem.